In his application to become superintendent of the Wilkes County Schools, Marsh Lyall said he believed that all school-aged children have a right to a free public school education. And for that to happen, the community must come together to provide adequate funding. From that belief, Lyall brought the Wilkes County Schools into a new era during his 12 years as leader of the school system, bringing computers and labs into the classroom, automating the finance department, getting air conditioning in the schools, new maintenance and food service facilities, working to establish a foundation to grow the school system's financial base, all the way to ultimately leading the charge to the middle school concept and the construction of new schools across our county, a large financial commitment to get students educated. It's all not bad for the man who just calls himself a boy from Cricket.
I met Marsh when he was named superintendent of schools in 1982. He had applied for the superintendency of schools, and naturally we were all interested in and excited about who our new superintendent might be. As we got to know him and as we met him, he was just such a warm, friendly, outgoing person. We just felt that we had made a real good choice for Wilkes County Schools.
A truly honest man who was always friendly and encouraging, and his true character really of compassion and honesty and integrity was played out at work as well as at home.
He and I grew up together up here in the Cricket community, and once we got finished with West Wilkes, we went to Marsh Lyall together. Marsh Lyall was like a lot of other schools in that they had a meal plan and a good cafeteria. The food was unbelievably good. We were constantly looking for people that we could get meal tickets from. Well, one particular day at the cashier was this beautiful girl. I didn't pay a lot of attention to her, but Marsh did. I said, you know, she's in a perfect place to get us meal tickets. She counted up what we got and tore out our tickets, and I said, by the way, I want you to meet Marsh Lyall. And she looked at him and looked at me and said, well, hello, Marsh Lyall. And she said, my name is Pat Sechrist. I said, Marsh, I want you to meet Pat Sechrist. From that point on, they've been together. And it's been 60-some years. After that, they were inseparable. Pat went on to be a legendary school teacher, guidance counselor. Marsh went on to be a teacher, a coach, a principal, and a superintendent of schools. He made education move leaps and bounds in the 80s and 90s as they needed to be good places for our kids to grow up.
He has a very warm, kind personality and loves to interact with the local people. His knowledge of education, his dedication and commitment to education was second to none.
I just appreciate having had the privilege of working with him. He was a truly honest man.
I can tell you without question that Marsh Lyall is the finest person alive, in my opinion, and I'm very pleased to have been his friend all of these years.
So what we know now is that Pat truly was Marsh Lyall's meal ticket to success all these years. 34 years as an educator, a teacher, a coach, but more than that, someone who truly enjoyed interacting with young people. He was not just a suit in the office. And once he left Wilkes County, he continued his commitment to education, working with the state. For his commitment to educating Wilkes County young people, we welcome Marsh Lyall into the Wilkes County Hall of Fame.
Many of you know Gerald Langford, and he always has a sense of humor. We've known each other for a long time, and he is a true friend, and I thank him for those kind remarks. And a lot of what he said was the truth, so I appreciate him sharing that story. I want to thank Mr. Stone for his kind words and for his introduction. I want to share with you in my comments tonight the spirit of the people of Wilkes County. You're going to hear me mention in my few minutes that I have here, words like gratitude, words like encouragement and love, the epitome of all of the contents of this county, of the fine people who live here, for which I'm proud to call home. First, I'd like to begin by commending the Wilkes County Hall of Fame Board of Members for their excellent work and for their partnership with the school system to inspire not only the students but the citizens of Wilkes County as well, for their contributions and for the added opportunities that students have, and for teachers to expand and enrich their program. And from my experience and for the time that I spent in education, that was just a great opportunity to build and support the school system, and I thank them for that. I want to say a special thank you to my parents who brought my sister and my brother and myself up in a Christian home. My mother, who had a sweet spirit, who loved everyone. I'm so grateful for them and for the heritage that I had here in Wilkes County growing up, and for all of the support that was given and shared, and the encouragement that was given by those who taught us and those who led us and who were leaders in the community. And by the way, as we think about mothers, let me remind you that this coming Sunday is Mother's Day. Take time to tell your mother you love them, love her. Our mothers are special, and mine was indeed to me. I'm especially thankful for my wife that Gerald talked about. We met at Marsh Lyall Junior College, as he just shared. I fell in love with this beautiful lady, and she changed my life forever, as most wives do for us men. We have been blessed to have been married almost 64 years. She has always been my strongest supporter, my best friend, and I love her even more today. And I thank God for Gerald Langford introducing me to Patricia Sechrist. I thank God for my 3 children, for their husbands and wives. We've been blessed with 6 grandchildren and their husbands and wives. And we've had a blessed addition, our first great-grandson, for whom we look forward to getting to know in a very short time here, as he is still very young and having been born just a few months ago. All of our members of our family have brought much love, for which we as a family have pulled together, have been united, and is one of the greatest joys of our life for Pat and myself. I'm also grateful for the outstanding leaders who have in our community, who have gone on before us to set the pace, just as we just heard from the gardeners here, and many others who have given us a good example to follow. And for our leaders for today, those in our Chamber of Commerce who work closely to promote education in our county. For those who are serving as government officials, we thank them for their work. For the foundations like this and others, the Wilkes Education Foundation, for which I'm so proud of, and for their accomplishments. For the leaders of our civic clubs and organizations, for directors of many agencies who assist individuals who have need for a helping hand, and for individuals across this county also who have made our community strong by encouraging and promoting growth and development in our lives. The spirit of the Wilkes County people who have come together to promote a positive attitude and strong support and many accomplishments. I'm also grateful for our public schools, for which I've had the privilege to be a part of, for our community college, and for the opportunities that I've had to work with students and who were eager to learn, parents who wanted the best for their children, gifted and talented teachers who work so hard every day to teach and to encourage and to enrich the lives of students, for our outstanding principals who have visions and direction for our schools, for knowledgeable administrators, two of whom you heard speak here on the screen, who have contributed much to the development of our school system. We also want to express appreciation for Board of Education members with a vision for success for all students. Working together brought about high achievement and success for students. One of the greatest joys of my work in education over 34 years was to see the interaction of teachers and students in the classroom. The excitement of students learning and the teachers' love for their students. That's where, as the old saying says, the rubber meets the road, where learning takes place and love is shared. I would be amiss if I didn't thank all of my friends and neighbors and the citizens of Wilkes County for their love and support for me and my family throughout the years of my growing up here in the county, working to serve others and to learn and to grow in my own experiences, and serving in the community that I call home. And finally, I'm grateful to God for his many blessings, for all of our pastors, our church families that have, all of those who have ministered, taught, and encouraged and loved each of us on our journey in life. We need that added strength and encouragement to be taught to grow our faith. After all, our goal in life is to encourage each other and to love one another. A quote from the scripture, which is very important and one of the most important points for which I will share. When Jesus was asked, "What is the greatest commandment?" Jesus replied, and many of you know this by heart, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment, and the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself." Thank you for this special event tonight. I'm honored to have been included in the 10th class of the Wilkes County Hall of Fame. You have encouraged me, you have loved me, and I can't express my appreciation enough for each of you being here tonight. May God richly bless each of you. Thank you.